Long time ago, when the crisp autumn air of 1806 settled over the winding Ohio River, bringing with it a chill that drove most sensible folk indoors. But for John Chapman, the cold was a minor inconvenience, as was the rough-spun sack he wore for a tunic and the battered tin pot that served as his hat. His face, wiry and weathered from years of walking, held a serene smile. He wasn't hurrying home for a warm meal and a soft bed. John Chapman had no home, and the wilderness was his bed. He was Johnny Appleseed, and he had a job to do. He pushed his two lashed-together canoes, heavy with sacks of apple seeds, to the shore. Other pioneers, focused on clearing forests and building cabins, scoffed at him. Another patch of useless trees, Johnny, a man named Silas, called out. "My family needs a house, not 100 acres of sour apples." Johnny just smiled gently. "One day, Silas, you'll be glad for those trees. The trees from these seeds will give you cider in the fall, preserves in the winter, and shade in the summer." He wasn't just scattering seeds, he was carefully selecting spots for his nurseries, fencing them in, and making sure the seedlings would have a chance to grow. As Johnny worked, a small boy named Timmy watched from his cabin window. Timmy was new to the frontier and missed the busy streets of his old town. He saw Johnny's odd clothes and bare feet, and for a moment, he felt pity. But then, Johnny looked up and caught his eye, offering a friendly wave and a kind smile. Timmy waved back. Later, Johnny was eating his simple supper of cornmeal mush when he noticed a timber wolf limping nearby. The animal had its leg caught in a trap, and Johnny's heart ached for it. He approached slowly, speaking in a calm, gentle voice. The wolf, wary at first, seemed to understand his peaceful intentions. Johnny freed the wolf and set its leg with a splint. From that day on, the wolf, now a friend, limped happily beside Johnny on his journeys. Years passed, and the tiny seedlings Johnny had planted grew into sturdy, fruit-bearing trees. The settlers who had mocked him now depended on his work. Silas, the pioneer who once scoffed, now made the best hard cider in the county and thanked Johnny for the bountiful harvest every year. Timmy, no longer a boy, now had a family of his own, and his children played under the very apple trees Johnny had planted when he first arrived. One cold March morning, Johnny Appleseed passed away peacefully. But as his spirit drifted upward, he could see his legacy, miles and miles of blossoming apple trees. The apples were not always sweet, but they were hardy, diverse, and provided for a growing nation. And for a brief moment, he could have sworn he heard the laughter of children playing beneath the trees, a testament to the future he had patiently sown. I hope you enjoyed the story of Johnny Appleseed. Thank you so much for watching. Consider liking and subscribing to see more American folklore.